Hello gamers, small note before you start the episode 2. As you will hear in the beginning, we honestly thought we fixed whatever sound issues were there in the first episode of ECL Talk, but after we finished this episode, the echo was still there even though it wasn't in the sound check before we recorded the whole episode. So yeah, we apologize for the sound quality again. But after taking some time to think about it, we decided to share it in this form anyway, as we are proud of the actual content and thought the discussion would be difficult to reproduce, as it probably wouldn't feel or sound that natural anymore for you guys. We are changing things up for episode 3 and we'll record in different and hopefully better way. Anyways, here it is. Alright everyone, welcome to the second episode of NHLGamer presents ECL Talk. And yeah, let's go straight forward. This time we're going to talk about how the teams are doing, the ECL upcoming ECL teams are doing have been doing in the NHL Team Beta, and then some general talk about it, like how the game works, what we think about it, all the game modes of course, and then we're going to talk about some free agents like we did before, who are still out there waiting for their next team, and then something about the Summer Cup 2, which ended this week. So yeah, my name is vSilenttio, and accompanied by Alpha Furion. Say hello.
Hello, Sealan. Nice to be back here, and hopefully this time our technical the quality of our voices will be a little better. At least my voice. There was a little bit of an echo last time, but hopefully we got that figured out this time.
I think we're good this time. I hope. Let's see. Yeah. But yeah,
actually did some testing this time.
Yeah, that's a progress. We call it progress in the NHLGamer. But yeah,
we might be good around episode 10 or so.
Yeah, let's start. So. The first topic, how the teams are doing. What do you think? Have you any like the best teams in your eyes?
I still feel like there's a lot of teams that I haven't been matched up against yet when I've played, but of the teams that I have actually played quite a few times, I'd say that Apon Taikasawa has been really good. The few times we played, I feel like they have figured out the game or figured out how to get the most out of their team play within the game. So and of course they have some new additions to the roster, so it just feels like they have gotten some good chemistry and got the game figured out. And outside of them, of course, Written is, it seemed like they struggled a little bit at the start, but as of playing them yesterday, I can tell you that they got their shit figured out, and the they're back to being frustrating and tough to play against. So certainly Written and Apon for me so far.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. Those are the top two right now, and I gotta say that I haven't faced every team out there, like more than maybe one time or not even that. But yeah, the Apon Taikasawa has maybe been the best for me. How the new guys or the old new guys, you know, the players who played there before are now back, and they have found out how the game works, loving how they play, and they did it pretty fast in my eyes as well. Very good team, even stronger, maybe the strongest Apo we have ever seen, at least on the paper, if it stays like that. And yeah, Written, it felt like in the beginning, it's been out for 6 days or so, but the first 2 days, yeah, the first couple nights it was like, okay, these guys are not that bad anymore, but the more I've played against them, the more they have played together. I saw the screenshot in Twitter by Flyer Kung, and there was like, they were in the top 4 in, I guess. All of their forwards, they have played 72 games. I think it was 72, yeah, together. Yeah. Together. So there haven't been any other guys playing like in return. I think so. I haven't faced them. They have always been playing with the first lineup. And yeah, they're good. Yeah. They're good. It's good to say. Yeah. But yeah.
But yeah, outside of those names I saw on the same screenshot, it was seemed like there were the 3 guys from Written, and there was, I think, 2 guys from Synergy. Synergy, actually, I forgot to mention them, mainly because I haven't played them, but just like considering, like looking at their stats, it seems like they're also a team who have done quite well for themselves in the beta. I was looking, I saw Norpe and Pelle at the very top of the leaderboards, and for defenders, of course, I saw Egyptologen very high up as well.
Yeah.
So they seem like another team who's really started to take advantage of what seems to be a more team play based game than perhaps we've ever seen before, which is kind of funny or ironic considering like in the trailers and everything they made it sound like it was going to be like a one-man skill show, and here the beta is, and it's just like team play.
Yeah. Yeah, the Synergy is a good one because I've played them now, I don't know, 3 or 4 times maybe, and they are a lot faster hockey team than they have ever been in my eyes. Like they play like this NHL 14 kind of a hockey, really big, like a good game speed, and that's one thing I've been wondering. Let's go to that in a bit. Or do you want to go there now about the actual game? Because I think we mentioned the best teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
sure.
let's continue. Yeah. So one thing I've heard and read in the forums and Twitter and in the parties, that the game speed in the beta is something people are actually hating, and for me it's like, what? What do you want from hockey game? Like for me it feels like it's from when you look at it as a team play game, you know, it feels like the best one EA has maybe done, but then again it's only beta, so. But still, you really need all the 5 guys to work it out, and you need the game speed. You need to create it by yourself. It's not there, so you gotta, you gotta pass, you gotta move, you gotta make it. You gotta make it work by yourself. The game is not like giving that much to you, anyone, and you gotta practice all these new things that are in the game. Like many players and many good players, like really one of the top players, have complained about this. The game is so slow, you can't deke that fast anymore from side to side, and I don't know, they're just bitching about the new game because it's not NHL 17 anymore. And you know what, just for me it's like, learn the game like Apo has done, like Written has done. They're good. They were good teams, and they're still good teams.
Yeah, for me it was I was kind of in the same camp as a lot of the people who's had, I guess, negative opinions and complaints. I even think I wrote a post in the feedback thread that said the beta was utter shit. But since then, I actually, I don't know, I went to you, for one, to get some advice, and like, because it seemed like I saw you at the top of the or somewhat at the top of the defensive leaderboards, and I was like, all right, this guy seems to have figured it out. What can I like learn, or what can I do differently? And I guess your biggest advice was just like, play more. Play the game, figure it out, and don't get frustrated. So I've done that. I mixed around a little bit with the player classes and found one that works for me. But mainly it's just been, as you say, practice the game and take what it gives you and make something out of that. Because as a player who used to live on, I wasn't the best stick handler, but I used to have, like, I used my speed to my advantage because I have a fast, small player type. And in this game, it's just like speed. It's not the same factor. It's more passing and team play. So I was constantly getting caught out of position and just playing overall bad. So I switched to a little bit of a slower player type, but a sturdier and more effective player type in the two-way defenseman. And I think that, I don't know, it's really helped me. And I can kind of hear what people are saying with how the game is slower when it comes to deking back and forth. The stick is slower. That's a fact. But I actually agree with you at this point that I kind of like the beta, and I think that once you give it a chance and really work on it and give it a proper playthrough, it will grow on you. It will actually be fun.
Yeah, I mean, the first night I played it, I was like, oh my god, like, I was really disappointed. I was like, why EA, why you made the same game? But I keep playing it, and I have like 60 games as a D-man in the EA Sports Hockey League, so
Yeah, I saw that.
I have played it like 25 or 26 hours as a D-man only, so the more I have played it, the more I've been enjoying the game. At first it was like, oh my god, this is the worst NHL game ever, but couple more nights and you know what, I'm enjoying it. I really feel like it's the best, at least better than NHL 17, a lot more smoother, like faster, you know, not faster, but you know, smoother, like it feels better. It feels better hockey game for me.
Yeah.
And I have played some games as a forward. It feels good. It feels more real. Not the, I don't know how to describe it better than that, but it's smooth. And it was like that with NHL 16 and NHL 17 back 1 year ago. When I went back to play the old game, NHL 16, I was like, damn, this is like super slow game, and I'm thinking I won't play anymore NHL 17 because I want that EA keeps it like this, fixes a couple things here and there to make the game even better, and you know what, that's it.
Yeah. I don't think I'm not gonna go back. I don't think I'll go back to playing NHL 17 once the beta is over. I'll just probably take a break because I want to still have that, you know, get used to the 18 beta.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, skating feels a lot smoother. The only I do have one big complaint with my praise of the game so far, and that is I'm not completely sold on the goalies, and I'll tell you why. It's because actually quite a good post by I think it was Joyski in the feedback thread that it doesn't feel like, I'm not a goalie so I can't say for sure, but it doesn't feel like goalies get rewarded for actually, you know, playing the position. Like if you're square to a shot, like the goalie has taken the right position and followed the play to be in the right position, a simple wrist shot might just as easily go in. But say a team makes a really good play and the goalie has like no idea where the shot's coming from, and all of a sudden it's like an empty net and the player shoots, and the goalie just like insta reacts and just like throws out the hand behind his fucking head or something and makes a save. So yeah, I'm not prepared to go as far as say as goalies are overpowered or anything like that, but I just think the goalie dynamics are a bit weird.
Yeah, I was actually saying and talking the same stuff as you and Yuski, and you just said that if EA wants to have or create more competitive game, and you know, like make it like real competitive, you know, like 6 versus 6s will be big and so on. We can't have stuff like this. I know it's part of the real hockey, you know, like there's bounces and all, and in my opinion, there's enough bounces already. So, but if the goalies are like you're standing there and the guy shoots with no mask, and the goalie is like even coming at the forward and he shoots, how is that going in? That's a good point, and they need to fix that, and I'm pretty sure they will fix that because it just won't work in the competitive, you know, games. Just
yeah, there's too many.
That's not skill. I mean, of course,
elements.
it's exactly, randomness is a good word for this. I mean, it's good to have shots and so on, but you know, there's lots of good goalies, and I have seen lots of good goalies to let in goals that I have never seen them let in. So that's something. It's not their fault. I mean, it's the same with our goalies in Sika. Both have been good, but then the biggest problem they have is those shots from the blue line. They're standing out there doing the reaction save, and you know what? It goes in from the blocker. Like, why?
Yeah.
But yeah, very very good point, and I hope this is something EA works with. But I think it was some early release or beta or something or demo or something like that, but where they had the exact problem and then they fixed it with this tuner and it went better way. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't
And we gotta
remember.
remember that this is not the finished product.
Exactly.
They
Exactly.
still have time to make some adjustments in it. And I think it's also important that as many people as possible weigh in the beta feedback thread, because I do believe we will be creating like a proper document to send to EAA with like, this is the NHLGamer community forums view on the beta. I'm not sure, I haven't talked to Tina about that, but I'm pretty sure we did that, something like that last year.
Yeah.
And videos is key. Like if you want something gone, like the L1 spam, just record a video of it being abused and save that and send it to EA. I think that's the only way we're ever gonna actually make a change as a community.
They won't read an email like, hey, take this away. But if you show, like, upload a video to Twitter or Facebook or whatever, YouTube, and it gets big. It gets a lot of likes and so on, views. They will notice it and they will look like, well, this is not good. People are complaining about this. They're not liking the game because of this, for example. So this is for every NHL gamer out there. If you have something that is bugging you with the game, like L1 spam, which is a very very stupid looking, and it shouldn't be part of the game. I mean, the L1 thing, like blocking the shot, it's good to have, but how fast you can do it, like no. I mean, they made it even faster than in the last version. Like what? Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, but
I don't know. Yeah.
And if there's a video, we'll gladly feature it on NHLGamer, like our Twitter or Facebook, just to get it some coverage. That's not an issue. So, yeah, feedback, give it to either EA or us, and like we can go from there.
So,
but yeah,
how about
overall a good experience with the beta.
Yeah, how about, have you played any NHL 3s or versus? So, is there any different things?
Like 2 games in versus. I didn't.
It's hard to say,
the game
right?
feels a little bit more passing oriented, but that's reflected in EA Sports Hockey League as well.
Yeah,
so
true.
That's the same thing. And for 3s, it's. I mean, I wouldn't put too much time into it, but I gotta admit, it's kind of fun when you're playing with friends, and I can really imagine it being like a fun draw if you're having like say a house party or just having some friends over for like couch NHL gaming. That could be it. I think that's what they're going for, and I think they've succeeded in making it fun.
Yeah, it's definitely, like the party game. It feels like it's made for friends versus friends, and that's it. But yeah, for me, it's fun, but for the next 12 months, maybe? No thanks. Won't touch it. I'm pretty sure there will be like 9-month break in the NHL 3s after, like, from this moment to the next time I play it. Not my thing.
All right, should we start to wrap things up by going to what free agents for ECL are? I mean, we could start off by giving just a quick shout out to NG Cheap Shot, who won the Summer Cup, defeating the NG 50 Shades of Blades by a score of 3-1 in games. If you want to check out that series, or want to hear some like post-game interviews, or listen to our very good play-by-play guys, Oxtrilat and Yambanator, then you can go to our Twitch channel, which has the entire full broadcast of the game. As I said, including some interviews after. But that was pretty cool. Yeah, I actually enjoyed that. Well, I didn't enjoy watching it because I lost, but it was a cool broadcast, and yeah, stick around for some fun post-game interviews and stuff like that. Congratulations to Palomies on assembling a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So free agents. Do you who's the biggest name still out there for you?
Well, maybe the biggest name and the most talked name is King of Apes, still free agent. Actually 3 hours ago from this moment he has posted a comment about him being free agents, saying still looking, feel free to ask me for tryouts. But you know, let's talk a bit about King of Apes, right? So
go ahead.
he's the superstar kind of a winger, and he's very good. He's very skilled, good character. I like him. Most of people don't. I don't know why, but well, I know why. But fuck them. He's having huge problems with adjusting to the new game. I mean, it's the same engine, but it's slower and so on. For the forwards, especially, it's harder. But you should just stay humble, or in this case, be more humble, and just learn the game. What we talked about earlier, like he's very good. He's very good, but you know what? It doesn't help if you just like bitch about the game how bad it is, because this guy is so good. He will buy it. He will play it. He will play it hundreds and hundreds of hours again, and he just needs to fit in. And if he does that, he'll be one of the best right wingers again. But if he doesn't, he can stay bitching, staying a free agent, and you know what? That's it. But has potential, but he just needs to work with it.
Yeah, I think he'll figure it out and end up with a team in Elite, most likely. I mean, he does have a championship ring, so to speak. So there's not a lot of players who actually won a championship on NHLGamer. So that should be in demand.
Then I think
go ahead.
A friend of King of Apes, Hazard Lazar, part of my. I mean, actually, he was this captain of my Summer Cup team. He's free agent, very skilled player, center. I think he will have pretty much same problems than King of Apes, but there's one guy people should try out if you want to get a new good center for your team in pro, or maybe even in Elite. Just give this guy a chance. He will be good. And then a lot talked Swamp is again free agent, I think, and I think he went to Royal Club or Royal HT or whatever that team is these days.
For a little bit.
Yeah, for a little bit. I think it lasts for a week, and that's it. Now he's free again. I don't know. And one in my eyes hot free agent, the former Finnish Roosters squad team player, not the first opening player, but still a good player. Jyrkis got a good team for himself. He's not free anymore, so I think so. Do you remember him? I think it was. I don't even remember. I think it was the team where Swamp played. I'm not sure, but might be the Royal Club or whatever it was. But yeah, that was a good signing for them.
And also, I'm looking through the free agent thread here, and I like C Hyena's game. He's played for Nordic Stars. He was a pretty high-scoring defender there. He's looking for ECL Elite or Pro team to stay. Also, yeah, scrolling through a bit here. I know that. Here's Janika giving Jyrkis a strong recommendation.
Yeah.
And I know few of my Summer Cup teammates who were in the starting lineup in the finals, left wing Patsy Drake and defender Pensa. I believe they're still free agents. I haven't heard like anything, at least as of today. So I think they really impressed me during the Summer Cup, and I mean we did go to the finals, so there's some playoff experience, even if it's the Summer Cup, you know, so to speak. And yeah, that was the end of the thread, I guess. Unless you know someone else who's like a hidden diamond in the rough, so to speak.
Well, at least for now, I don't have any players in my mind. But yeah, there's no new confirmed transfers or no new rumors, I think. Yep, no.
No.
But yeah, should we wrap it up?
Yeah, we should wrap it up with one last thing that I think, as I'm sure some people already know, it seems like one of the teams in Elite won't be continuing next season, as everyone on the team, I think, has got on to different teams. So I think it's safe to say, and I haven't received 100% confirmation. There's been no official word, but it seems like Limitless will be folding or at least taking a break, which means there is one spot in ECL Elite that needs to be filled.
Yep.
And we'll see what happens there. But if we do anything, if we go by the same reasoning as we've done before when we initiated the division system, a strong factor could potentially be playoff wins, and it would be the playoff wins for a pro team. But I haven't taken a look at that, so I'm not sure which teams would be involved. But there does need to be at least one more team in Elite if Limitless can't play.
Yeah, let's see how we will work it out in the staff. And
Yeah,
well,
yeah. There's still plenty of time to go. Yeah, I think for future editions we could maybe start looking at predictions for how the next ECL will play out, which teams will be at the top for each division. But that is a bit of a later matter since we do need to know all the registrations and what teams will actually be playing. So yeah, I guess that was it for episode 2 of ECL Talk. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and our other social media for updates, and we might be back next week. It might be 2 weeks, but we will be back for ECL Talk 3. So I guess see you then.
See you then.